Hello, liebe Leute, and welcome back to the channel. One of the many benefits that I have to hosting this channel is that every once in a while I get to rant and really let loose. And this is going to be one of those days when I rant and really let loose because Justin put something on my desk that, quite frankly, demands my attention. But before I get into my rant, because you know that's what I really want to do, let me remind you that if you'd like to talk to Justin and me directly, or if you'd like to talk with other folks who are like-minded and dealing with similar situations, you are most welcome to join us on the Sunday meetings that's hosted by Patreon. It is Sunday evenings, German time. So if you're in the U.S., you're 6 hours behind us, so it'd be afternoon for you. But the information can be found in the description below, and I hope you do join us there because where at one time it used to be just a Q&A and folks would ask us questions, it's really becoming kind of a support group for people. Some of us are already in Germany, some are in Europe. I think, probably half of us are already here, and the other half are getting ready to come. And it turns out we just enjoy spending time together because it's fun. We do a lot more laughing maybe than we should, but please, by all means, feel free to join us. You are most welcome to do so. And having said that, let me get into what I really want to talk about today, which is pretty graphic. So I'll give a quick warning. Okay, we're going to have graphic content. Okay, you've been warned. There are people in the United States who have had their heads so filled with the nonsense propaganda about sex offenders and those who are on the registry. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. People who, the moment you mention the words child and sex in the same week, they don't even have to be in the same conversation on the same day. Just those two words together in the same week, all of a sudden their hair is on fire and they assume the absolute worst. And unfortunately, the United States is, in my opinion, having lived in Europe for 7 years now, the U.S. is becoming lawless, where people just get to do kind of what they want to do to each other, especially if you're in certain groups. So if you are on the registry, you're a target. If your loved one is on the registry, they're a target. And I'm not telling you anything you don't already know, but every once in a while we get a situation where somebody gets it in their head to do something extreme, and this time it's really extreme and it's completely senseless. So we have a gentleman, and I am going to use that term, a gentleman by the name of Charles Rodriguez, who was 58 years old living in Texas. I don't know what this man did for a living. I couldn't find any information. I do know that he passed away from complications related to pneumonia, was taken to the hospital by his loved ones. There he died. But I also found out that in 2001, he was convicted of some sort of offense that landed him on the registry. Now, I say some sort because I did some digging, so did Justin, and we couldn't come up with anything. We also know that he was never inside of a prison. So that means that whatever his offense or mistake was in 2001, it was so minor that he never saw a day in prison. I will also say that in the intervening years between his offense and the time he died, and we're talking effectively 24 years, during the following 24 years, he never got in trouble again. I can't find any record of him even, nothing, no speeding ticket, nothing. So apparently this man made some kind of dumb decision, made some kind of mistake. I don't know what it is, but he turned his life around or got it straightened out, and as far as I can tell, lived a positive life for the rest of his time. So much so that when he was ill, his loved ones, because clearly he had loved ones, took him to the hospital, and as I mentioned earlier, he ended up dying from complications of pneumonia. So after he passed away, his loved ones, which clearly he had loved ones, wanted to have him embalmed and buried. So there were people who still loved him after whatever this mistake was, enough to go through the process of putting together a funeral service and having him buried. So they take the body to the local mortuary. Now, when you take a body to the mortuary of your loved one, you assume that these people are going to be working with the highest ethical standards, and that they're going to treat your loved one with respect. That is what you would think. It doesn't matter what this person did during their lives. Their spirit, their soul, their ghee, whatever, it's gone. Whoever it was that they were is gone. All that's left behind is just the husk or the body. So I can't imagine why anybody would do anything like this, but apparently what happened is they take his body, they put it on a table, and the head mortician was showing two younger people how to go about the process of embalming someone for burial. One young woman, I believe it was a young woman, at least that's what I was led to believe by the articles, was standing there assisting the mortician while the second student was out of the room. Really, with no preamble whatsoever, the chief mortician, a female, took a scalpel, sliced off this man's penis, completely removed it, and then stuffed it in his mouth. With this student standing there, I have no doubt, with her mouth hanging open, with this expression of, what the hell did I just see? Just as the mortician is telling this young woman, you didn't see anything, the second student walked into the room and saw what is, this man's clearly mutilated genital area. And she, again, I believe it was a she, had the dignity to at least cover this man up, as she should have, because this is just a body. Now, later it was learned that this mortician found out from the staff in the funeral home that this man was on the sex offender registry, and this woman was so angry that she mutilated this man. There is no evidence that I could find that she knew this man, that she was a victim of this man, that she was related or knew the victim of this man. There was, as far as I can tell, absolutely no personal connection between them. So there was no reason whatsoever for this woman to do what she did. It's insane. So this woman has been arrested. Last I checked, she is still sitting in the county jail pending charges of mutilation to a corpse. But, I mean, this really says something. This woman believed herself so damn superior to whatever this man did, and it must have been petty, that she felt within her right. Maybe she felt obligated to physically mutilate his body. What is wrong with this woman? It's just crazy in the United States, and not just the United States, but specifically for the U.S., with those on the registry, that people who are not on the registry feel themselves so superior that they can just do whatever they want to these people on the registry, and there's just no consequences. And it leads to the lie when America talks about, in general, how America is, the land of the free and civil rights, and we defend freedom, we defend liberty, we defend people's security. Well, apparently you don't defend people's security after they're dead. And it's just, I'm going to call it, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. And it irritates the piss out of me that these people think they are so superior, because you can guarantee that the woman who did this has done things in her life that would land her, maybe not on the registry, but certainly in county jail, because damn near everybody has done something in their lives that they could get in trouble for. She just hasn't been caught. Oh, excuse me. Yes, she has been caught. So now her superior little ass, maybe Justin will bleep that out, her superior self will also be on the felony registration. So she's going to be a convicted felon. That's just absolute genius. How did she get to be a mortician if she's this dumb? Jeez. So I don't even want to hear about this myth of superiority of people who are not on the registry. Oh my God. Hopefully you're as irritated, angry, or pissed off as I am concerning this woman. And while I don't wish her ill, because it's not going to accomplish anything on my part, I do hope justice is served in this case, and I hope this is a wake-up call to her, because cutting off a dead man's penis is pretty sick. So I hope she gets herself straightened out. Until next time, my friends, be smart, be safe, and please feel free to join us on Sundays, because last week in our Sunday meeting, we absolutely did talk about this woman cutting this man's penis off, because that's just, sometimes you need to vent. Till next time, my friends, take care. Cheers.